What's the deal, my people? You know who it is. It's a Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you with another one. And this one is, what if the Red Wedding never happened? Robb Stark, eldest son of Ned Stark and Catelyn Tully, heir to House Stark, is known as the Young Wolf by friend and foe alike.
Here's to the young wolf. Oh,
forever young.
Robb proves to be a brilliant tactician in battle, outsmarting men over 3 times his age and never losing on the battlefield. Robb Stark even captured Sir Jaime Lannister, the Kingslayer, at the Battle of the Whispering Woods. For allowing Robb to cross the twins, Lord Walder Frey set forth to pack a marriage, ensuring that Robb will marry a daughter of his choosing after the war is finished. After the execution of his father by King Joffrey Baratheon, Robb is crowned by his bannermen and the River Lords, King of the North. Later, the Rivermen grant him the title, King of the Trident. Robb wins battles over the Lannisters at Oxcross, Ashmark, and the Crag. It is at the Crag where Robb is injured and is tended to by Jaime Westerling. After hearing news that Theon Greyjoy had murdered his brothers and seized Winterfell, Robb takes Jaime's maidenhood. In order to preserve Jaime's family honor, Robb breaks his pact with Walder Frey and marries Jaime Westerling. The Freys that accompany Robb West are furious after this and withdraw their support. Feeling betrayed, Lord Walder Frey conspires with Tywin Lannister and Roose Bolton and pull off the Red Wedding, thus ending Robb Stark's reign as King of the North and King of the Trident. But what if Robb Stark kept his vows and married one of Lord Walder Frey's daughters? What if the Red Wedding never happened? Now, I believe a few different things would have happened if Robb would have thought with the right head at the right time, but we are all men and we all have been through it, so we cannot blame Robb at this particular age of his life for going through it. First, Talisa in the show would still be alive because she did not attend the Red Wedding, Jaime Westerling, in the books of Robb anyway, so she would be alive as Jaime is still alive. Next, Greyjoy would still be alive, and Catelyn would still be alive. So those are the top 3 things that we know. Arya would have finally been at the right spot at the right time. Now, I'm going on the fact that this wedding would have been the wedding between Robb and one of Frey's daughters. That being the case, Arya is finally reunited with her family, but I don't know how far her faceless man training would continue to go. I most likely think she would go home and not continue off to the House of Black and White, so I think her training would be over. Arya would have went home with her brother and her mother, and she would have been happy just to do that. Maybe later on in life, she would have did something else, but at this particular time, I would say Arya would have just went home. The Hound may have hooked up with Robb for bringing Arya to him, or he may have just got paid off and sent away. Who knows, but the Hound would have been dealt with like that. I do not think they would have killed him. Sansa would have no doubt found her way home. With the power that Robb would have held, there would have been no way the Lannisters would have been able to hold her. Also, Jaime Lannister would have been recaptured since he was already recaptured. Either he would have been traded for Sansa, or Jaime Lannister would have been executed this time. Bran's mission would have remained the same. I don't see any changes going on there. I think he would have still wanted to meet up with the 3-eyed Raven. I think Rickon would have been found, just like I think he will be found. Rickon would have been united with his family. Theon Greyjoy would have gotten exactly what he gave out to Roderick Cassell, because Robb Stark would have came back up there because he planned on coming back up there, and that's what he was trying to do. No doubt about it, he would have overtook Theon and all the men that he had in Winterfell at that time, and he would have no doubt executed, beheaded Theon Greyjoy, and that would have been the end of Theon Greyjoy. Overall, I think things would have worked out really well if Robb would have just stuck to his vows, because the Freys are very fertile, as we see, so you know he would have definitely had an heir. Jon Snow, still at the wall, about to face the important battle, would have had a great ally in his brother, the ruler of Winterfell, and the Boltons would never try to flip, as long as Robb had all the power and all the backing from the people in the north. So Robb should have just bit that bullet, married that chick, and everything would have possibly worked out. He would have eventually hooked up with most likely Stannis, made a deal. They would have definitely got the Lannisters out of there, and then they would have been able to prepare for Dany and the upcoming White Walker army and invasion when that happens. So, if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, please spread this across the realm, and please subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace! And stay sexy.
Tony Teflon, Tony Teflon, Tony Teflon, Tony Teflon, Teflon 316. Peace.
And I'm out. Stay sexy.